Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Gimpy. I know I haven't been around in a little while. I got tired of using the previous cameras I'd been using to record videos. I was either on a time limit or I was having to deal with crappy resolution that no matter what I couldn't get it to improve, and I just got tired of it. So I said, the hell with it. I've actually got a new camera now that I'm trying out. And before I got back into Absolute Victory, I wanted to do kind of a little practice video to get used to the camera, new equipment, and seeing how that works. You know, I didn't dump a fortune, but I did have a little bit extra money, so got that and a little tripod set up, and I've got a microphone coming, so the audio on this video will probably be a little worse than the next video I do because the microphone hasn't come in yet, so it's just like the camera's speaker that's recording me now. But I figured I would take and do kind of like a combo unboxing review video for Lock and Load Tactical's new stuff that I recently got and have gotten into. It's actually what I've got set up on the table right here is a scenario from Heroes of Normandy set. We've got the British guys over here getting ready to go after this German sniper that's here, and they're blocked off. I got the solo set as well to go with it to play with. My wife is not into this one. Bastogne's Outpost and Heroes of Motherland. I've already opened Heroes of Normandy and gotten into all that, so I'm not going to do the unboxing on that. Heroes of the Motherland I'll take and pull out and just give you a brief overview. I'm going to focus a little more on Bastogne's Outpost because I haven't really seen any unboxings of that one on YouTube yet, so I figured I could put that out there. But to show you guys, I gotta say, these are some of the best counters I have seen in a game yet. Let me see if I can get this thing to focus. Come on, focus for me. There it is. I mean, look at that. They're already pre-cut, pre-rounded, and smooth right off the gate. You don't have to worry about it clipping anything. There was one set that was a little offset on the printer, but I had already contacted the support group there, or support there at Lock and Load, and they're going to send me a new sheet for it to replace those counters. The only thing is I would definitely suggest getting the X maps that they have, because if you look on how big these maps are, you really see it when I start doing the unboxing for this stuff. Actually, I'll show you when I do Bastogne's. The maps, I mean, they're sufficient. They'll work. But the hex size is about double on the X maps, and you've got a lot of counters that are in each peg. I mean, I got 5 here. There's like 6 on this one. Another 5, and it's just a lot of counters that you have to keep track of. So having the extra space, I would definitely suggest it. So instead of getting more box sets, I mean, I want the whole collection. They've definitely hooked me at this point. I'm going to probably focus on getting the X maps, and I would suggest you take and get the X maps with it when you order the box, because I didn't notice you get a little discount. It's $5 off for the X maps and the battle generators. Those I don't have, so you'll have to look elsewhere if you want to know about those. If you order them with the set itself. So I could have saved myself like $15-20 if I had ordered it with all of my sets. I don't know, I might contact support and see if they'll work with me on that or not. Let me push this out of the way and I'll show you guys something here. I got the, like I said, solo set. Alright, Lock and Load Tactical's solo module. And it's based off of the Conflict of Heroes, which I've played before and really liked. The one thing I didn't like about Conflict of Heroes is their set was specific to the game itself. It was specific to Awakening the Bear 2nd edition. I'm sure you could use it with 1st edition, but whatever. And I tried it with their Guadalcanal box set, and while it worked, there was a little bit missing. This is designed to be used with all of their products. Any Lock and Load tactical game that you have, you can use this set with. It's generic. It comes with a bunch of these. I'm only going to pull out one of them so I don't have a bunch of them all over the place. Alright, so you got your lock and load tactical flow chart for fire, for combat. And, oh, this is the wrong one. Let me pull out the other one so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Ah, here we go. This is the neat part about this. Alright. If you look here in the upper left corner, you can see that shield symbol. That means defensive. On the other side, you've got your little explosion symbol. That means offensive. So it has a flow chart for whether the AI is supposed to be offensive or defensive in the game, and it's all operated by this little deck of cards here, right? And the cards are the same way. There is a set of cards. These are the defensive cards that come with the set, and then in the back I've got the offensive. Pull them out real quick. There it is. So you've got a set of offensive and defensive cards, and depending on how you want the AI to go, you're going to either have this or this in there, and it's going to affect the behavior. And then there's a big chunk of cards that are used generically. They have the same type crap on them that these do, so they can be used either offensively or defensively. If you take a look here, get focused in here. Still getting used to this new little camera. But you've got your range here, range 1, enter melee, things like that. This is going to be your priority section here. The closer you are to the enemy, it's going to do certain actions. And if you're not close to the enemy, then you're going to go down here to your secondary. I'm not going to go over every specific rule for the thing. You literally read top, down, and if you can't take and do whatever the first order is, you go to the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next, on down the line to, find an order that it'll work with. And it works in conjunction with these little flow charts. You just take and okay, see how it says, yes, no, whatever. If this situation is true, then you go this way. If it's not true, it goes this way. And you just follow it on along till you get to what's going on. Once you've played it a little bit, and especially if you've played Awakening the Bear previously, it's easy to get into. The rule book's only a few pages. It's not hard. It's not like learning the actual tactical system itself to get into it. I would absolutely recommend it if you are into the lock and load stuff, to get the solo module if you are interested in playing it by yourself. It changes the whole aspect of the game. Definitely makes it worth it. Alright, so here I've got Heroes of the Motherland, Bastogne's Outpost. I've taken the shrink wrap off of it, but haven't done anything with it yet. Like I said, I'm really going to get into this one because I haven't seen any unboxings on this, I don't believe. But I'll do a quick little unboxing of Heroes of the Motherland, show you guys what's in there. Let's see here, let's pop the little top here. I don't know, she's, kind of pretty, maybe. I don't know, she's Russian broad. We'll give her a break. You got your usual 2 die, and I kind of like how they have them color coded, because these are the dice that came with the Heroes of Normandy. So you got the green for Americans, and I guess white for German. Then you got red for Russian, white for German. Kind of sticking with it there. I like how they're doing that. You got your usual rules and scenarios. Not going to get into all that. Same core manual that comes with the Heroes of Normandy. Any big box it looks like that you get is going to have one of 2 different core manuals. You're either going to have, the pre and World War II era, or the modern era, which is like the 1960 and on. I don't have any of those yet, so I have 2 of these rule books, and none of the farther one. And we've got our little counters here. And I wanted to show something that I noticed. It said that it had 14 maps in it, and I counted it up, and I was like, there's not 14 maps on this thing. I was like, why is there not? It's because some of them are double-sided. You have 4 double-sided maps that come with it, and then the rest are single-sided maps that come with it. So it's 14 total maps, but not 14 total pages of actual maps that come with it. From the actual sets themselves, if I counted right, Heroes of the Motherland comes with the most actual physical maps themselves. I think Africa and Heroes of Normandy come with roughly the same, but part of the reason I got these was because, or Heroes of the Motherland, is because I wanted the extra maps in case I wanted to use them with some of the other sets. But you can see in reference that the maps, while they are pretty, I mean, they look great, they're not that big. I mean, you can see my hand here, you know, covering it up. It's not very large. It is usable. By all means, you can play it straight out of the box, no problem whatsoever. But if they were a little bit bigger, it'd be nicer. So I'm definitely going to get the X maps. Honestly, I probably would have rather seen them take and do away with the smaller maps and then charge a few dollars more on the box set and just have them all with X maps themselves instead of having the two separate ones. But I'm still happy there's a way to get bigger maps, so I'm not going to complain too much. Other than that, you've got your usual flowcharts and player aids that come with the game. Let's see, rules reference. Here, this covers everything. They've got the neat little symbols on all of it to show you guys how to work it. Where's the other one? Okay, here we go. This is the main one you're going to use. Your direct fire tables and your terrain chart itself that goes over all your different types of movement, the terrain, whether it's blocking, degrading terrain, all that type of stuff. I gotta say, I love this game. I love how they did all this. It looks complicated when you get into it. You got all these little numbers, pluses and minuses, letters, and everything to keep track of. But it's rather intuitive once you get into it. It's not hard. If you play games similar to it, you can get into it relatively easy. You got your little turn tracker, casualty list here, all that neat stuff. Let's see if there's anything else to show you here. Oh, skill reference there, and that is also front and back. So just the charts themselves, nothing too major there. And the big thing that everybody wants to see is the counters. And like I said, these counters are gorgeous. These are probably the best counters I've ever had in a game, which is interesting considering that Lock and Load, I've got some of their older stuff, like, what was that game called? The zombie one. Shit, I can't remember the name of it. You know what I'm talking about, the Lock and Load zombie game. I actually have the first version and the reloaded version. Strangely enough, I like the first version way better. Reloaded, they tried to condense it down too much, and they cut out way too much. But their counters, I mean, they were sufficient, but they were nowhere near this quality. Nowhere even close to this. So I would honestly like to see them put out the zombie game. What the hell is that zombie game's name? Damn, I can't remember. It's going to drive me crazy. Oh, All Things Zombie. That's it. All Things Zombie. So yeah, Lock and Load, if you happen to see this, if you happen to be one of the, 10, 12 subscribers that I have at this point, by all means, reprint All Things Zombie with these counters, because these are just gorgeous. You can see you've got your German, your the way they have this called is multi-man counters and single-man counters. That's what your heroes and leaders are. These counters down here, snipers, medics. If you haven't played this game and you're just checking out the channel because you've been watching my Absolute Victory run through, definitely check this game out. It is awesome. It's great. I have enjoyed the hell out of it since I've gotten back into it. These down here are your charts for ordnance. Anything that's like a tank or a bazooka, things like that, they're going to have their ordnance charts right here on the back that's going to show their range, range to hit roll and penetration. That's what it is. and you just start reading right to left and check your range and everything. But it's a lot easier that they have it here on the back of the counter to do it that way. And here we've got some of the Russian counters. Very nice. More Germans, your generic counters here, fired, moved, markers. Some more vehicles down here at the bottom. You can tell the vehicles are bigger than the others, with a inch counter, something close to like that. And then the weapon counters are different sizes too. It's like small, medium, and large as far as the counters go. These orange guys here, these are partisans. They have special rules in the game. I'm not sure on that yet because I haven't gotten into all of it yet. And our last little counter sheet here, because I want to get to Novile and show you guys that, so I'm not going to waste too much more time on this. So let me throw all this back in the box and get to that one, because that's one I'm definitely interested in trying here. Alright, so slide this out of the way. Unboxing of this. Personally, I would have liked to seen them send it in the bag, but I think they're planning on you adding it to the Heroes of Normandy case itself. This is the rulebook, same type rulebook that the others have. It goes over some of the new things that you're going to have in this game. Roadblocks, crap like that. There's their little advertisement. Other stuff they're selling. And here's the scenarios. The neat thing about this one is the map that came with it. That was one of the big reasons I wanted to get into it. Y'all got to see this map because it is different from all the other maps. It's like 6 times the size. I can't even lay the whole thing out. See if I can show all of it to y'all. Wow, look at that. Alright, move the camera here. See how big that map is? One of the normal maps is something like this, it's nowhere even close to this. So I'm gonna have to get a little piece of plexiglass and weigh this down so it'll flatten out. But it is thick. It is not paper. It's like a thick cardstock. That's why it's so bunched up right now, because it's thicker and it's not going to tear up. So I like how they printed that out. Same type material the rest of the maps are printed on. You got your regular fire charts, just like you're going to have for the others, and terrain charts. And see, comes with, I don't know why, but it came with multiple of these turn track things here. Came with 3, 4 of them. I don't know why it came with so many of these. I figured it would only need 2. And then your weapons tables, rules, sequence of play, the usual stuff. Show you guys what everybody's always wanting to see. This one comes with, I'll do the half sheet first, comes with a sheet and a half of extra counters. And this is to be used in conjunction with Heroes of Normandy. So that's why you're not getting a buttload of new counters. Check that out. More heroes. Heroes, leaders. New weapons to be used. New types of counters, but the roadblock there. I don't know what that NSR is. I'm going to have to look into the rules and see what that is. Mystery counters. This is interesting. I wonder what those are going to be. Kind of like hidden movement, I guess. And they're numbered. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Ammo dump. So it's going to be something that you're fighting over. And more of the ordnance charts there. Back side of those. And these things, they do punch out so easy. And then we've got the American counters. There's a lot of American counters added to this. Some new weapons that are added to it. Same new leaders, heroes, some more German units. They got the Panzerfaust there. Some mortars, anti-tank gun, 76mm anti-tank cannon. Germans have some of those as well. What kind of tanks do we have here? M8AC, M3A2, that's a half-track. That's a self-propelled gun. They've got the Easy 8. They got the Easy 8 Jumbo Sherman there. That is nice. That's going to be fun to play with when it comes out. German half-track, Jagdpanzer, a couple of Tiger 1s there. That's just going to tear everything up. They've got the highest armor count that I've seen. That's what those numbers there on the left represent. I think it is hull turret, or no, it's probably turret hull, because the number on the right is bigger. So that's got to be turret hull on it, front, side, and rear armor values there. Show you all the back real quick. And it's the usual, just shaken, wounded. Your ordnance charts, all that types of. Oh man, look at the range on these Tigers here. 36 hexes. That is outrageous. Although, I mean, look at the side of this map. They can actually fire that far. None of the others, unless you put like 4 maps together, are you going to have 36 hexes to actually be firing across to. The only thing is, when I'm saying get the X maps with this set, I don't know that I would recommend the X maps. So let me back. Yeah, I'm actually backed up as far as I can. Let me slide the camera back. You can see this is the size of one of your standard war game maps. It's, what is it, 22 by 34. So you can see it's already taken up a good chunk of my table. So imagine that doubled. I mean, that's gonna take up the whole dabbling table. So I don't think I would do an X map on this one unless it's like 1.5 times the size instead of double the size. Although, God, imagine how good it would look with all the counters just spread all over, and you're, you know, refighting the Battle of Bastogne over here. But actually, you can see back there. And zoom in a little bit. I like this new camera. You guys have to tell me what you think of this camera versus the other. You can see right there's the game that I got set up that I pushed to the back of the table. And then you can see this map is just massive compared to it. I mean, I wanted it just to have, you know, my own games. Just throw whatever units I want on there. I'll throw some Russian units on there for all I care, just to have the big, huge battle going. It's not double-sided, is it? Look. No, it's not double-sided, just single-side on it. But with as big as it is, you really only need the single side. But anyway, that's all the stuff, guys. I gotta say, if you are interested in the tactical side at all, I know the people who are watching any of my videos, all 3 of you, came here for the strategic videos that I was putting out. But like I said, I've gotten into the whole wargaming thing. I like the tactical, I like strategic. If you're into tactical, get lock and load stuff. It's good. The component quality is good. The prices, I mean, they're high. I'm not going to lie. The sets are pretty expensive. I think Heroes of Motherland over here was $80, I believe. Same for Heroes of Normandy. This one I think was $35. But you're paying for quality too. You know, you're getting what you're paying for. I mean, with the counters, look at it. I mean, pre-cut, pre-rounded, excellent designs. They feel good in your hand. Absolutely some of the best counters I've seen in any games that I've played thus far. So it's not like you're spending money on junk. You're getting what you're paying for. If you're like me and you play these games by yourself because you're a geek or your wife won't play with you, definitely get the solo set. It's worth it. I gotta say, they did a good thing licensing this from Conflict of Heroes. The system works very well. It's very easy to use. You read the cards top to bottom, and it's excellent. It adds that randomness to the game. Oh, I forgot to even mention this when I was looking at it earlier. They even added dies to the corners of the card. Can you also see that there? I can get that thing. See, little die right there. They've got that on all the cards. If you look down in the top left. So if you don't want to roll a die, you can just draw a card for it instead. You can do either, but it's just a neat little thing they added to it. So, glowing recommendation for Lock and Load Tactical. I'm going to take and stop the review here. I'm going to post it up, see how it works in my program, see if the video quality is a lot better than previous. Like I said, if I expect the video quality now to be 10 times better than it was previously, but the sound quality will probably be better on the next video when I have the shotgun mic hooked up to this thing. And I should have some extra lighting coming through too to kind of give me some, even lighting instead of this overhead crap that I got going on now. Alright, y'all post any questions or comments in the comment section. Appreciate you guys watching. Y'all take care. I'll see you on the next one.